Hey everyone, chapter 28 from Blue Collar Leadership and Supervision. And chapter 28 is Change and Transformation. Subtitle is, it's easier to change, but it's better to transform. And what I mean by that is, and I learned this from my friend Amir Ganad in his book, The Transformative Leader. And he talks about change is reactive. It's a reactive thing. We're changing, responding based on something outside of ourselves that's happening. We're reacting to the outside stimulus, so to speak. But transformation is about being proactive. Transformation is really changing when there's no reason to change. It's about moving forward because you want to move forward, not because someone outside of you is causing that to happen. I want to read the opening quote here from Napoleon Hill. If you hadn't read any of Napoleon's books, they're outstanding, and they're from the early 1900s, 1920s, 30s, that time frame, most of them. But there's some amazing books, and if you study, most of the people today who you study and read about, hear about, the gurus of today, if you read a bunch of Napoleon's books, you'll know a lot of what they teach came from Napoleon. And I've read a lot of his books, reading one right now actually, The Laws of Success. But Napoleon says, self-mastery is the hardest job you will ever tackle. If you do not conquer self, you will be conquered by self. You may see at the same time both your best friend and your worst enemy by simply stepping in front of the mirror. So what does that mean? When I used to do lean consulting, and I did some lean leadership and development training, I would always have people, I'd ask the company to put a mirror up in the room. And one of those things that I would do, was have everyone walk by and look in the mirror at the beginning. Everybody just walk by, look in the mirror, walk by, look in the mirror. All right, everybody have a seat. You know what I ask them? How many people did you see when you looked in the mirror? And these people don't know me. I usually would do this on Monday morning pretty early, so they don't have a clue what I'm asking. And I was doing this because of that quote I just shared with you. When I read it, it resonated with me, and I started sharing it and getting people to think about it like I'm doing you now. So I would get them to go through that exercise, and I would tell them, did you see one person or two? Then they really thought I was crazy. So I had to explain it to them. And I would say, every time I look in there, I see two. My best friend and my worst enemy. And you, just like me, get to decide which one of those people do you want to hang out with all day. One of them's going to move you forward through change and transformation. One of them's going to hold you back where you're comfortable and everything's stable, but there's no growth there. So I just want to encourage you, hang out with your best friend. That part of you who can choose to move you forward. Don't hang out with the part of you who can choose to hold you back. You get to decide, do you want to change and transform and move yourself forward as a leader? If you're not reading leadership books, if you've been listening to these videos but you haven't bought this book, why? Why are you not reading leadership books? Again, I don't care if you read this one or any of the other ones, but why not?